We're back.
We're back. And we're back. Sorry, I don't know what happened there.
Power of the internet.
Yeah, something happened. The internet ghosts came and spiked or something. I don't know what happened. Any hooser. Spinal, you were in the middle of something.
So TLDR, decay scales off your opponent's stats, not off your own. And the closer you have abilities that do something that do damage every 6 seconds, the better it's gonna be. And or having like dot effects like Desecrator's ulti.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
So like I wouldn't get it on somebody that is working on scaling their damage, because the way stats work in this game, the more you get of them, the more they the more power you get, the more valuable mastery is. But if you're on a shaper that doesn't do a lot of damage, like a 5-item tank cerulean build, and then you buy a decay, it's always going to give you good damage, no matter what your items are. Does that make any sense?
I think it makes sense.
Yes.
The biggest noob trap is people rushing decay as a first item. People don't have high enough health totals for it to be really worth it at that point.
So what you're saying is destruction first, then chaos, then decay.
Destruction's a good item for doing damage.
I love destruction.
That sounded placating.
No, it's a good item for doing damage. Where people don't realize it's like there are a lot of shapers that do more than just damage. Dibs does more than just damage.
Oh sure, but you know the shapers I play. Zalgus.
Zalgus is a great destruction user. He's one of the best. It's also especially potent on anybody that can do 2 types of damage, like when Ferris buys a destruction and then he gets a conquest. Then the penetration is used for the conquest. I'm pretty sure it's penetrating conquest is physical damage. 99% sure. That's when you get the most value out of destruction.
I think getting destruction early too is when you get the most out of it.
Yeah.
Right? Amaranth, you're up 2 kills in your lane, you go buy destruction, all of a sudden, now it's 1-shots. Right?
Yeah. I mean, decay is good. It's also vastly better against people who don't have the appropriate resistances. So even if it's late game and you see that their Nissa has not a single defensive item that gives them magic resist, then destruction is still a good pickup. Does that make any sense?
I haven't bought a destruction in forever.
That's because you play Frey and Basco.
Because you play jungle.
Play jungle people. Yeah.
Basco is the most wicked conquest user in the game, and conquest is a wicked item.
Agreed. It's very obvious.
I actually started playing some Viridian recently.
Yo, Viridian's my boy.
He's pretty good with it too.
Completely out of type, but I totally love him. He's like a melee King of Masks tactician. Like you just dash in, hit him, dash out. It's great.
I don't love him so much in the tactician role. Well, okay.
Well, that's just where I play him. Okay.
The thing is, you can do it really nice with like the aforementioned gladiator dibs.
Oh yeah.
Then I think something like tactician. I mean, I would maybe go predator because like frags are gonna happen in that lane. But yeah, in those when you have like that Mara gladiator or the if someone wanted to do like Basco gladiator, you could do it too. Those are the kind of people I think it's more fun to do like tactician-y. I wouldn't do like tactician Viridian with like Mikella. That would be unfortunate for Mikella.
Well,
probably.
it's like your I don't know, tactician Kendra's just I don't like them in any of the gladiators I've ever played. I've never liked having a tactician Kendra. Like just don't do it, please.
It feels pretty bad. That tactician Kendra. Someone was asking before about Predator, what we could do to. I mean, Predator right now is kind of in the same thing as the itemization, where it's not ready for the new system. It's part of like a Predator is tied into the progression update, so we just kind of gotta wait and deal with Predator the way it is now. It's not really as bad as people make it out to be. You gotta know how to do it. It's not easy. But it's still workable. I won 2 Predator games earlier today, so haters to the left.
Twerp, we all know that your Pred Cerulean is...
I've seriously played more Predator role than any other in this game. And I've been
I think
reasonably
That's because
successful
you're
being a bozo.
hipster, all right?
No, that's got nothing to do
Yeah.
with hipster. That was like
You're a
day
hipster.
one. I clicked Predator and I clicked
Your alt
Cerulean.
account is Bozo
the
Hipster
first time,
78.
The first Dawngate game I ever played, it was Predator Cerulean, and it was great. And I wanted to do it a lot, so I did.
I think the first Dawngate game I ever played, I played Dibs and got trash canned by Zakent in like the first alpha.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I swear to God, I laned against him like my first game.
Mm.
He was playing McKellar and just owned me. It's great.
Oh yeah, so I won't be here next week because I'll be on a flight, or no, I don't know where. I'll either be in Germany or on my way to Germany. So I won't be here next week. Maybe Spinal will host next week.
Yeah, that could happen.
So make sure everyone sticks around.
Bozo free podcast.
It'll be Bozo free
What?
because I'll be in Germany and I'll be bozoing from the Waystone booth at
That'll
Gamescom.
be Bozo-tastic.
Okay, I think that's a fair place to be bozoing from. Like,
Yeah, I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be pretty cool.
I think
Which
it'll be
which is a more likely scenario for me though? Like if something terrible was gonna happen, would it be like more of a Taken? Would I find myself in a Taken situation or a hostile situation?
Well, if you were found in a taken situation, would you be like the
no.
like,
Someone they'd be
sold as,
taking me.
Okay, you'd be like sold as a
It's like
prostitute
Spinal
or
would have to
whatever,
use
like,
his specific set of skills.
Is that you're
Nobody would want to take you. They would
like-
put you right back when
Twerp-
they realize what they got.
Twerp's gonna be sold to like an Arabian or Muslim, you know.
I think they were
like,
Armenian in the first
Whatever,
Taken. I don't know. I didn't watch the
whatever.
sequel, but anyway.
My
Yeah,
God.
some war-torn Eastern European country is gonna abduct
Yeah.
me.
You
I don't know, man.
As
That
long as
movie-
somebody
that
uses a
movie is-
specific set of skills.
Until they realize.
That's all I care about.
But who's gonna rescue you? Is it
I don't
gonna
know.
be-
Maybe Spinal. Maybe
Best
Muzzy.
Best Dibs and A is gonna come up.
BD&A.
He's gonna rescue you.
He's so tall. He could never tail anyone. He could never be discreet. You just see like his giant head poking out over every tree.
Twerpa sold to Chinese gold farmers.
He has to play. He farms Destiny for the rest of his days.
Oh God, please no. So many shame nuts. So many shame
One
nuts.
shame, not at a time.
20 Destiny.
Twerp
Please.
is usually the one who saves us. Or at least me. Every game I'm in with him, I'm dead. No, you're not!
You're not dead yet, Muzzy.
Well, I mean, the one highlight where me and Twerp just go insane on some guys under their tower.
Mhm.
Just saying, it happens.
It does happen.
So
I don't know. Do we have any other?
People are talking about a calm passive, but I don't think anything's
Are they
been
just like
released for
talking about
Kingdom.
speculation? Because
I guess so. I don't even know what it would be. I would love for it to be some sort of madness thing.
Dude, if Calm gets a passive, it's over. It's over.
What kind of
Yeah.
passive like do you even think you'd want on King of Masks?
I want it to be something that is. It has to be something that is equally beneficial and unbeneficial.
Ooh, like a double-edged sword kind of deal.
Yeah.
like he takes more
Yeah.
damage, but he.
I think it'd be cool to have.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's too crazy. I was gonna say some madness thing where every time he hits somebody, it creates a stack of madness, giving him bonus something. But every time he misses, it creates a stack of madness on him, and then he starts
Ooh.
like I don't
They
know. It's silly though. It's silly.
Or what
Is it-
about every time he
Start
casts a spell, it has a random chance of being like empowered.
He already has empowerment.
Look,
Yeah, but
Spinal.
ahead.
The thing is, like, random chance is not a good word for anything to do with like any sort of like
the
competitive
Shaper
anything.
of Madness.
It would
I
have to go
guess.
madness.
I guess I'm not discounting it. I'm just saying random chance is not usually something that comes up. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's also kind of boring, but like 50 said, you could just move the empowered aspect of his
See,
flourish
Yeah,
that's
stuff.
what that's what I
but-
figured they would do. Like the W would just be a dash, and then
W is just like
It's just a dash.
a spinal. No.
it's pretty.
Just
It's
regular
pretty
dash.
good still, though.
Spinal, how would you feel if any ability could empower?
His next ability.
Yeah.
Then you have to empower his flourish. Or it goes double range.
No, don't say that.
No,
That's so broken.
I don't like that idea. I don't want that.
Dude, that initiation would be wicked. Just eggs the ground, and then you flourish across the map, and then you slap them with your tentacles that don't root anymore.
What? Or you just can't hit them, maybe.
I don't know.
Why don't they root anymore? Oh, you're saying that would go
Because
away.
you burned his flourish on his W.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I guess that would be the thing for King. I don't know what the, I have no idea what the next archetype of Shaper is. No
I haven't
idea.
the slightest clue. I bet it's good. I hope it's a mage, though. We need more mages.
More mages
Yes.
is nice.
Give me more mages.
I like
Bring
mages.
me the mages. Cricket.
Yeah.
I'm reading that. I'm
I
just
know.
reading the chat is funny.
Chat is funny. Need more tanks. Yeah, tanks are cool.
I mean, maybe an actual tank.
Whoa!
We don't have an actual
Further
tank,
from
Muzzy.
the-
We
Blue
do.
Plus-
We have Reyna, and we have no, I'm sorry, we have Reyna. We have Reyna.
So what
Renzo?
you predicate a tank on is having an enhanced ability to survive through.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I look at Cerulean as a tank more than I do a bruiser, even though he is a bruiser because of his scaling stats and whatnot. I look at Reyna, Renzo, and Cerulean, and who else gets a buff? Dibs with the shields is he's support, really. Yeah, I feel like anybody who gets like increased MR or armor and stuff like that to be more tanky. Desecrator's like he's his own kind of tank. He's just a peeler or something. I don't know what chaos tank. Cal is the same thing. They just don't feel like tanks. They feel like they're a different category, like a subcategory of tanks, I guess.
Have you ever played? Did you ever play Warhammer Online?
Yes.
No.
Okay, it's
I've only
like
played Warhammer
The
in
black
person.
orcs.
because like before Warhammer, like World of Warcraft said if you were a tank, you were good at taking hits. And then Warhammer Online came around and it was like, no, if you're a tank, you are good at controlling the fight.
Right. Okay.
Aggro
So then
control.
Taking hits.
Yeah.
they kind of
Taking hits doesn't work in PvP. When they get to choose targets, you can't taunt them, right? So maybe we need to, step away from the League of Legends, as you were saying, and step into the Dawn Gate.
Yeah. I love the fact that we have like 80 carry, then we have like ability based 80 carry, and then we have mage and we have control mage, and we have all of these subclasses, and I think it's really interesting. I think
It's tough to define tank in MOBA
It
because,
is.
and
Yeah.
I see why you're like kind of struggling with it, Muzzy. Because like when I look at a tank, I think of an initiator. I think of someone who can
Right.
take a lot of damage. I think of someone who wants to be the one in the middle of the fight, or surrounded by people in the middle of the chaos, frontlining. Whereas other people look at tanks and they're like, no, I'm the guy who stays back and I peel when they like. That's one thing I never peel. I am the worst peeler on the planet. I just don't play that way. If I play a shaper that's good at peeling, I never end up like Spinal tried to teach me playing King of Mask, and he's like, "No, you idiot, stand back and peel for your ADC,"
Peel.
and I never did.
Spearex!
Yeah.
And he's like, nah.
So
Nah.
it's like,
Nah, B. Nah.
so that's what I mean. Like, it is tough to like, how do you define like what is a tank? Is Desecrator? Are you a CC tank? So it's weird. I think it needs to be. I think tanks have to have more crowd control than damage, and a way of just being a nuisance and getting in the way, whether it's just by being a really big model